Hello and welcome to Paralelná Polis Bratislava. So when you enter this door, our slogan, which is the Wi-Fi password as well, is enter outside. So here is the mainstream society and the traditional financial system, and when you enter Paralel Polis, you're entering outside, which
and this literally means parallel state, right?
It literally
means parallel state,
like parallel city, let's
parallel
say.
City. Okay.
So polis in ancient Greek was the smallest societal unit. So it could be a village or a tribe or whatever. So yeah, of course we accept crypto, including Lightning. So when you enter, you kind of exit the mainstream society and enter the parallel one. So the first part, of course, you will probably see our Bitcoin ATM. This says, welcome to Paralel Polis, welcome to the future. So you can buy and sell crypto. A lot of people come here just to buy crypto because we have really good fees.
Do you require any kind of KYC if I buy with cash?
No.
It's cool.
The only limitation is 5,000 euros per transaction, which is the cash limit for cash operations. So this first part is Bitcoin Coffee. We specialize in biohacking stuff, so you can buy bulletproof coffee with MCT oil to increase your productivity. We sell adaptogenic mushrooms and many other things. And of course you can only pay with crypto. So a lot of what we do, if someone new comes in, is that we have to teach them. We have this manual on how to pay with crypto, but also all the baristas can guide people how to create their first crypto wallet, how to buy crypto and how to pay with it. So many of the products in Bitcoin Coffee are very non-traditional, I would say, and a lot of them you can only in Slovakia, you can only buy them here in Paralel Polis. So it's also a difference. We have gymnastic rings because we believe that freedom starts in your own body. So if you feel sick, you are not productive, and you don't exercise, then other freedoms are kind of hard to attain. So we try to optimize. There's also a lot of light. So we try to optimize for first personal freedom and then other parts. Also, maybe, I don't know if you hear it in the background, but we play some music, and we only play Creative Commons music because we don't want to interact with the monopoly organization that collects the fees. So we actually released a torrent with kind of cafeteria-friendly Creative Commons music, so other places can use that. So we kind of made the collection because a lot of, if it's open source, a lot of the music is not that good, so we had to filter. And we have also a filtering software called Popolushka, which means Cinderella, which is basically like Tinder for Creative Commons music. You either push red or green, and that's how we filter what is good.
Okay,
so if you hear something bad in the background, you can come to the player and press the red button, and it will never play again. So this is the current exhibition. It's called What's in a Hacker's Backpack, and it's basically backpacks of people. What we try, we do exhibitions here because we have these nice walls. And that means that we can showcase artists that don't take state money or European Union funds or anything like that. So we are kind of seeking parallel culture. So this is a project that I really like. So I'll quickly tell you about it. It's called USB Keys for Freedom, and we're basically collecting USB keys. And when we have enough, we ship them to Human Rights Foundation, which is an organization that formats them, puts on Korean Wikipedia and movies and stuff, and smuggle them to North Korea.
Wow.
And a lot of people actually escaped North Korea by learning
Do people there have computers to plug the USBs in?
They don't have computers. They have these Chinese DVD players, and they take USB keys as well. So computers are not common, but these DVD players are very cheap and widely available. So people do that. So yeah, we sell some books, merchandise, and stuff like that. So now we are under the moon. So the place above us we call the moon. I'm gonna quickly take you to the male toilet, which is for female listeners it might be a rare experience, but we have you can make a statement here. That's the sign of our local currency. Otherwise it's a standard toilet. We showcase some cypherpunk artwork by Martin Fischer from Prague Paralelná Polis, which you can also buy on his website. I think it's pretty neat.
I think this was also present in Berlin. I was a couple of weeks ago on Lightning Conference, and also saw
he was there doing an exhibition. So yeah. And here in the back, so this is Institute of Cryptonarchy and also co-working space during the day. So we have these folding tables that we can put here. Most of people, if they work upstairs in the moon or on the moon. But if it's full, people can also sit here. So we're very flexible with the space. And in the evening or sometimes during the day, but mostly afternoon and evening, we do events and talks here, which we also record and sometimes stream. So there's a projector there, and we can fit 120 people on these chairs, and we do talks here.
And even more backpacks on the wall.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
What's interesting is that even though it's hackers from the local community, there are no names. So if you kind of know hackers around, you can guess whose backpack it is. I only identified one. So okay, and this is so we had this space because we didn't want to lose floor space because of toilets and technological room and stuff like that. So we created this. This one more floor, which we call the moon, and our local saying is that if you take each step, Bitcoin raises by $100 with each step. So let's
only 100.
Let's do it.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Only 1300.
Okay.
That's not moon. We've been there already.
Yeah. That's true. The right question that you should ask is, what is a dollar? So right now it doesn't look really nice because there was an event here yesterday, but we can do small workshops here. So we have another projector screen. When the cafeteria is full, people can drink coffee here, and we do some workshops. And you can also watch the talk from the top, from here. The talk is there, and the screen is right where the window is. And
fantastic.
Maybe the last part is outside, which is not used right now that much because it's quite cold. During summer it was really interesting, and need to do this. And so it's basically another entrance, and it's just an outdoor space. We kind of created it from the Euro pallets, so nothing expensive. We basically got it for free, and weekend of work, and we have this small like.
Can you tell us what is the relationship between you and Paralelná Polis in Prague? Are you the same organization?
No, so the idea is that I'm also the co-founder of the Prague space, but I live here, so I wanted to create with other people, of course, this space as well. And the idea is that in Prague, when Paralelná Polis was quite successful, it started growing. we realized that there is a limit where it can grow, because it's still physically only in Prague and it can serve Prague people, but the space itself is limited and it's geographical. So of course what you do when you encounter this kind of problem, you decentralize it.
Of course.
So we have for all Paraleln Polis we have like 10 commandments, which is what every Paraleln Polis have to agree on. And that is, for example, things like you don't take state money and state grants, you don't accept state money as payment. Even the ATM is not owned by Paraleln Polis. It's a third-party provider that only has it there and they service it. So Paraleln Polis itself doesn't take state money. And there are, of course, branding commandments, like there are only 2 colors in the world, black and white. So that's why the building itself is black, and there are some branding recommendations. So Martin Fischer, the author of the artwork, also does branding for all the Paraleln Polis. So this is the second one. The third one is going to open soon in Barcelona.
Wow. Exciting.
By the end of the year, 2019. I don't know when you will broadcast it, but by the end of this year. And there are people working on Paraleln Polis in Košice. We are very happy to share all the know-how about what we have learned with anyone who is willing to open Paraleln Polis. It needs to be basically values and virtues match. But other than that, we are not related. We don't have shares. It's a non-profit, so there are no shares. So the organizations act independently, but we have a common set of values and principles that we operate on. But if someone wants to do something else, then we're free to create another part or adapt to local conditions. So it doesn't have to be exactly like this. So that's the idea. Also, one of the cool projects that I want to show you here is in preparation. But we have preparation for sauna here. So when Bitcoin goes to the moon again, then we will probably do a crowdfunding for a crypto sauna, so you can literally sweat your crypto out. So maybe instead of shitcoins, you can have sweat coins. So the idea about the crowdfunding is that we issue tokens that you can sweat out, so you can pay for the sauna, and it's crowdfunding. It's not an ICO or anything. You just
utility token, as they say, right?
Yeah, but I would say voucher that you get by crowdfunding, because we need to track how many hours you can sweat in the sauna
Okay.
as a reward. So it's not really a token, but that's. We are quite experiencing with crowdfunding here using BTC Pay server, so it's a new tool that we have used. And we also have two VR sets here, so we are kind of experimenting with virtual reality, and people can play with VR and experience it this way. We are still looking for kind of better use cases for VR, maybe in relation to freedom. So if your listeners have any ideas, I'll be happy to hear them. Yeah, and that's about it. So
cool, thanks a lot. Very interesting. I advise everyone visiting Bratislava to visit this place. And now I'm gonna have a taste of some Bitcoin coffee.